Welcome to Tales from the Majestic Mothership. Majestic Hudson fosters connection, inspires creativity, and supports a compassionate lifestyle, one blissful experience at a time. Please follow us at majestichudson.com and all social media where we can help you follow your bliss.
Long time no see.
Hello, how are you?
It feels good to be back at the mic.
It really does. We saw each other in person for a hot minute, like around August or July, I think. But August was a full-on blur.
Oh my God, you have no idea.
Entire world. We're back, folks.
I know.
On the cusp of the Autumn Equinox.
I know. And how autumn has it been feeling the past few days? It's like cold and rainy. New York. And like the pumpkin spice is just everywhere.
Okay, you have the big. You're as obsessed with pumpkin spice as I am lighting things on fire.
I know. Yeah. Well, one is destructive, and the other one is just I walk a half a mile to my Starbucks, and I get it.
It's a key element of nature.
Yes, that's true, but not
one
in
is
your
a witch's
backyard.
Tool, another one is corporate America.
Touche.
Starbucks just wishes they had my skills. Wish.
True. It's true. I'm gonna have to invent a new Taza coffee cocktail.
I know, after the pink moon.
I know, we did the strawberry moon latte. Don't worry, guys. I've got something in the works. I'm drumming it up,
Yeah. I will. Yeah. I do admit, I like pumpkin a lot. I'm not a fan of the pumpkin spice latte, but I've used to make these pumpkin chai spice cookies with chocolate chips in it. Yeah, game changer.
Oh my God, yeah. It's for me, it's the pumpkin bread. Like my mother always comes in clutch with her pumpkin bread.
Go, Jean.
I know. Praise Jean.
Yes.
Divine priestess Jean. But yeah, so just the smell of baking pumpkin bread, the pumpkin cream cold brew, and I mean not just at Starbucks, it's just the key seasonal coffee drink. I want an iced coffee, black, and I want the fun, festive, pumpkin-y, creamy foam on top. Because it's like a pumpkin pie almost. It's delicious.
Yeah, I just can't drink it. It's not a bevy thing for me.
Yeah, that's fair. It's not for everyone, but I don't like it hot. I don't like the PSL, the pumpkin spice latte, the hot, syrupy stuff. I'm not into it. I want it cold, like my insides, the inner workings of my soul, icy cold. Cold and dark, and then has the sweet topping. It's delish. I highly recommend. Everyone I've been saying to my roommates lately, because I just little things. I got a kitten recently. I've been finding joy and cleaning the apartment.
Stephanie.
I know. Stephanie, manifestation cat Stephanie has joined the chat. But it's just all this stuff, and I'll be venting either about how much I love my new cat or something fun that Gibby did, and then I'll look into the deadened eyes of my roommates, and I'm realizing I don't have that much going on. There's just a lot of really small things to savor.
But that's what it is. That's what the season is about. I literally, it's so funny. And I don't like to talk about too many dirgy things usually, but I think we can all say that August.
No.
What the
fuck? What a fucking shit show. Am I right?
Everybody, every friend, every client, it's with July ended and then August was I mean, I know you had your stuff. I was dealing with my own charnel ground.
Yeah.
Just walking through it, meditating like a pro, wondering what the fuck was going on.
I will say, because August for me was arguably one of just the worst months I've had in a long time, but there was something so unifying. And like going around and everyone being like, your August sucks, like mine sucks too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like everyone's just like, well, I had this and I had that, and we're all just like, that didn't happen.
No, I mean it was supposed to be the beach season, and it really just it was more of like an emotional tsunami of just disaster and disorganization and sadness.
I think the universe played like this sick trick where like, okay, let's tell them that Mercury retrograde is going to be in September, but we'll just put a little blanket over the month of August and just mess with everybody so that when they get to the real one, it won't be as bad.
That's what I think happened, because once you told me, like I saw on this, Jen for Christmas got me this like amazing 2022 moon calendar that I like immediately put in a gold frame and put outside my room so I can like go out and reference, and it tells you when Mercury's in retrograde. So when I went to check, I was like, honestly, I'm ready to just lay down on the floor and fucking wait, because
just give me an IV, a pumpkin latte, and let's just call it.
Because it surely can't be as bad as August. And you know what? It's not. It's child's play.
No, this is that's what I mean. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like my Wi-Fi went out 2 nights ago, and I was like, you know what? Fine.
I'll read a book.
Yes, exactly. I was like, fucking sure. Like, this is nothing.
Yeah, so. I think that to be honest, it's been a while. Like Althea and I did the last podcast, and I had all these poems I wanted to post, but again, that's what happened in August. So it's just like we live in Italy. We took August off, folks. That's what we did.
Yeah.
You know, and I didn't do as much sunbathing as I wanted, but I did enough of it to cleanse the soul.
Yeah.
And here we are in September. That whole new beginning, like that's always my thing. Like September feels like a new year, and it should be. And now I know we're halfway through it, but it was funny because even when we were working on some stuff, with the crew, and it was like we kept getting ahead of ourselves. Let's talk about autumn. I'm like, guys, it's August 2nd. We can't talk about autumn yet.
We're like, we're itching for it. We want to get out of the summer. The summer was
stop
not good.
Talking about the lattes. I'm still drinking margaritas at 11.
I know. Yeah.
Just kidding.
Maybe that's where I went wrong. I should have been doing that. My August would have been much better if I was drinking margaritas just all day. I know.
Oh my God. But here we are.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Now
did I gave you my favorite quote, right? Can you read us my favorite autumn quote ever?
Yes, you did. Allow me to pull it up in the files, which is mostly just pictures of our cats and different spiritual memes. Okay.
This is what we call field research, people.
Yes. There's no more constructive notes of Ellie. You have to take the pictures of the pumpkins off the e-blast. It's too early. Fucking fine.
I literally said that to her, folks. I mean, I am a boss.
True. She's like, I know you're excited. I respect it. I see it, but it's not time yet.
I'm like, we have a limit of one reference to pumpkin spice latte per month. Okay. Not 3 per e-blast.
I'm like, please. I have so many. Okay.
All good. Go for it.
So this one is by our world-renowned George Eliot. It's the Leaf quote. Delicious autumn, my very soul is wedded to it. And if I were a bird, I would fly about the earth, seeking the successive autumns.
Don't we love that?
Yeah.
I especially living in the Northeast. I mean, this is why I live in the Northeast, right? Seek successive autumns. By the way, folks, just want y'all to know that George Eliot was a woman.
There you go.
English novelist, poet, journalist, real leader of the Victorian era, because we all know that's one of my favorite times. Yes. So just thought you guys that was her pen name, actually. So yeah.
Well, that was a lot of the ways the only way a woman could get published back then was if they
I know, right?
had a pen name that was a man's name. It's unfortunate, but
yeah, it is. We're breaking things down.
Oh yeah.
I don't even want to say glass ceiling anymore. I can't do it.
if I have to hear about one more glass ceiling, I'm gonna
I just no.
I'm gonna throw a pumpkin at it, I swear to God.
Yeah. We're just gonna make it happen. That's what I decided.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, that's actually like a really good segue because of the crystal of the month that we picked, which by the way, folks, we pick a crystal of the month randomly. So
you mean it's not carefully crafted and planned ahead of time?
No. It's intuitively picked like everything else in my entire life. So
personally, I think that's better because we have no idea how, as August has shown us, we have no idea how a month is going to go. So I think like using your intuition to pick something that you think is going to be a good, little support buddy throughout the month is way better than if we were to sit down in January, happy as clams, and be like, nothing will go wrong. This is each crystal of the month for the next year.
Yeah, that's a joke.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. It's just, so I think it's way better for us to sort of, because isn't that where, you find your favorite crystals as you kind of just like stumble in front of them and there they are.
Also what I want to use. Like, okay, so August went, that point in case, August came and went, all the things I was planning on doing, none of them happened, which, secrets are starting to be revealed, but we are, first of all, it's a big party this Thursday night. If you're listening to this, well, no, you probably won't be listening to this. You probably will hear about it. Maybe midday. We'll see if we can get out.
Yeah.
But we're doing a big open house and we're introducing all the new things, but also all the programming, and we're doing some trainings, and we have all these new healers, and we have an astrologer in residence.
So exciting.
There's all these like amazing things happening. So that of course meant I had to pick up my SunStone because there was a lot to be done.
Oh yeah.
So we're talking about SunStone tonight.
Yeah.
Today. It's 11 a.m.
It's like, oh God, it's not nighttime yet. it's margarita time for Jen.
So, why don't you start? Because I really like some of the things that your language about SunStone. I mean, it is the stone of leadership to me. Like, and I think we all need that in one way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I totally agree, especially sort of like coming out of the craziness of August and entering September. I feel like with a whole feeling of like clarity and calm, as in something that it's not going to sound relevant, but I think will be, and I won't expand much more on that. But I have been caffeine intolerant for 3.5 years, and ever since all of the crazy shit that happened with August, I can have regular coffee again. Yeah. And I totally think that is in part to just like kind of emerging from the nuttiness of the summer and kind of having this new perspective, ready to kind of take back my identity, figure out who I am, etc. Which
that is so funny. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, not at all.
What is it? Oh, I gotta look on my podcast. Because we're going up, we're rearing up, but the same thing happened to me. You're gonna laugh at me. After I got divorced, I always thought I was really anxious, and it turns out it was just what was going on in my life. Let's just put it that way. I could drink about 3 espressos every morning without freaking out.
I guess, there's something about breakups. Yeah, I guess there's just something about, coming out of the other side.
Oh, that's what it was. You know what it is? Because I was listening to Dear Sugars, because we're also getting pumped. Right? We're getting so pumped to see Shell Straight. Yes. But they had a big cast. They did a live show in Oregon about reckoning, having a reckoning.
Well, that's definitely very relevant.
So I'm kind of plugging that for them. But yeah, I think sometimes that, our chemistry changes.
Yeah.
After reckoning. Right.
Totally.
And August in a way was a reckoning for many. So now we need to pick up SunStone, as you were saying, for calm, for focus, leadership.
Yes. I think emphasis on the leadership of like, whatever your journey through the summer was, I think entering summer with a level of confidence and self-motivation is key. Oh my God.
Here he comes.
Speaking of the leader, really the only thing any of us will answer to, Hare has joined.
Everyone bow to the sun kitty god.
The sun kitty god. So we've like had like a few titles for SunStone, and because we have like, you know, like a cute little pet name for it, and then also kind of like the tagline that encapsulates sort of what it helps you achieve. So we've been calling it the mood booster, which just makes sense, you know, the sunstone, radiance, light, and then be your own leader. Especially because we're entering, you know, a new fiscal year, which for, you know, any of my buddies who go to school, or maybe, you know, are starting kind of like you, Jen, entering sort of like a new seasonal approach to, you know,
call that fourth quarter.
Yeah, exactly.
Those of us in retail, we're gonna call that fourth quarter. The rest of it we're calling the autumn equinox.
Yes, exactly. Pumpkin spice quarter, whatever you want to call it. But I think another sort of, I think, more informative fact is SunStone is known to inspire self-empowerment and allows you to tap into your inner leader.
Yes.
It encourages us.
It's the stone of the warrior, really.
Yeah.
It has an interesting story to it. It's a little bit like Apache Tears.
Oh,
which we haven't gone over Apache Tears, but for those of you that know, Apache Tears is a form of black obsidian, and it's really good for grief. We've put a lot of it out there recently, but the story with SunStone, it's a stone that's found in Oregon a lot. It's got a heliolite, kind of sometimes known as heliolite, but it is said that SunStone was found in the ancient lava fields of the Warner Valley. So actually, can you look that up? Where in Oregon is the Warner Valley? I want to know. I wonder if I ever drove through it. But according to the native legend, a great warrior was wounded by an arrow. Okay, as we've seen in all our history books, and his blood dripped onto the stones. And the spirit of his warrior light was carried into the stones, and they colored them with the beautiful tones of red, and then viewing the gems with a sacred, powerful nature. So it's the warrior stone for sure.
And to answer your question, Warner Valley is in South Central Oregon.
South Central.
Yes.
Interesting.
The northwestern corner of North America's Basin and Range province.
There we go.
Yeah.
I don't think I've been there before.
I've never been to Oregon, but it's definitely on my bucket list. Yeah, I know.
Oregon's awesome.
I know. I really feel like
so is Washington, to be perfectly honest. I'm a big fan of Washington too.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. Interesting. Yeah. Looks very much like an open land in many ways. Yeah,
definitely. And very recluse, which I, as an emphatic introvert, am always very, very happy and excited about.
Sign me up. Let's do a retreat there.
I know. That's when I went on the Cheryl Strayed retreat back in May. I was like, silent breakfast? No one's allowed to speak? Absolutely. 100% I'm there.
I love silent retreats so much. God. I'm trying to figure out how I could swing that. That's on the list too.
I was worried I was going to get uncomfortable, but I thrived in the silence. Like I was like, my social anxiety is gone. No one's allowed to fucking talk to me. This is fabulous.
But that's another way to get all your heightened perceptions up. Sorry to say.
Yeah, I know. That's true. It's so give and take.
You're like, why are they looking at me that way? Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, I used to love. Oh my God. You want to hear a funny thing? You guys love this. So there's this thing out there at silent retreats. And speaking of Oregon, we have to put a link to this in the below at the podcast. There's this great Portlandia episode.
Oh my God. I love Portlandia.
Okay. So there's a thing out there. So when you're deep in meditation, you're there, everybody's silent, but you're still interacting with people at an energetic level, right? Your Dharma teacher's speaking or whatever it may be. And, you pick up on things and, and you're also interacting and your emotions are going to flow. And also your mind's going to play wicked ass tricks on you like all the time. And that's the whole part of it. Right. So one of the things that comes up, they talk about is like a Vipassana romance, right? Where it's like, you're sitting there. Right. And you're just like, and then like, you see the man or woman across the room.
Right.
And then they see you. And then like your mind just starts like rumbling all this. Like next thing you know, you're like getting married under the Eiffel Tower. You know what I mean? Like,
you like don't know their name, but like
and you just think it's like that. And then like, so all that said, but obviously it's all a farce and it's your mind playing games, and that's what you're sort of like working with, because that's like how things happen anyway.
Right.
But important, you guys have to watch the Portlandia episode where they literally replicate this, and it's hysterical when they come out of the silent retreat and they are not who they are.
You're right.
Oh my God.
It's so amazing.
Oh my God.
So funny.
So anyway, I've been really carrying my SunStone. For those of you watching on YouTube, it looks like this. So it's not quite very red, right? It's kind of like, I don't know. I just really like it.
Yeah.
Reflect. It's it's a good looking stone.
Sure. I've got some historical facts about it as well. Yes. Well, the one that we incorporated in the blast that I found that I thought was really cool was it is speculated that the Vikings used sunstone on their seafaring voyages to help navigate when the sun was out of sight and give them confidence through their journey.
Nice.
I feel like it's hard to like imagine a group of people tougher than the Vikings.
Hell yeah.
But you know, like they used sunstone and they heavily believed in it, and so like there was definitely some spiritual strength there as well, for sure. And then we've got some India and ancient Egypt facts, which is always great. In India, sunstone was worn as protection against intrusive or negative forces. And in ancient Egypt, it was believed that the radiance of the sun and the fire of the solar ray were carried by sunstone, which would energize Ra, the sun god.
Yes, Ra.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's so funny, Ra. Everyone, it's like, we have to get into that sometime too. Maybe we do an episode on chants or something.
I don't see why not.
We should. I mean, come on. We haven't even spoken about Om, for crying out loud.
I know. Well, it's always been my podcast dream is like we like talk about these things, but like over like festive cocktails.
Yeah. Oh, we haven't done that in a while either.
I know. I like the classic employee me, or that sounds great. Are we gonna drink?
I'm like, yes, and I'll bring my lighter.
Yes.
Oh my God, guys, you have to bear with us. Oh my God, you're learning so much about sunstone. I love the seafaring stories. Oh look, Hari's literally playing with.
I know.
Look at this. He's playing with the sunstone.
He knows.
I can't make this up. This was not.
No.
Like, what's going on?
Guys, she didn't tell him to do this. He
did.
Oh my God.
He's like, my name is after chat too, folks. Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Hare. Yeah, it was funny. I was talking about some of that the other day. It's like, I'm a singer and I love sound and I love chant, but I don't like continual chanting and like kirtan to it. Like, I'll get into it. It does its job, but it's not. Right. I'd rather sing like a really depressing folk song over like, chanting with Krishna Das or something.
Oh yeah. My shower tunes are a cry for help. Let me tell you.
Songs that I remember the playlist back in the day had songs that crush your soul.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, we all need a sad playlist. I have one that just says just go to sleep or cry yourself into unconsciousness. And it's all these songs that are gonna get the tears flowing. But you know what? Emotional release is key.
Acceptance. Thank you, Ellie. That's what I was saying. Like, even a friend of mine, we were talking about this, and I'm in the middle of making one of those mixes for her daughter who just like went off to college. And it's like when people are just sort of accept the fact, like, hey, these are things that make me feel sad, or this makes me feel happy, or like interchange your emotions. Yeah. And be that warrior, be that god, be that goddess. And you have to step up to the plate and do it. So for all of us, just spinning back around, that had to like, whatever you had to do in August. In fact, comment below, please, like, tell us. Yeah. Start with some interaction, by the way, folks. Please. This is what it's all about. We're really building out a community here, and we need some more interaction. I am really excited to say that we hit 800 plays on this podcast. We have 500 reviews on Google. Our social media needs some help, folks. hello, please.
Yeah.
And I don't really, to be honest, I don't care. I live my life. I do what I do.
Oh yeah.
But hey, if you could help us raise the algorithm, it helps us make it all better for you guys, because it opens up avenues of exposure that we normally wouldn't have.
Yeah. And we can also keep making stuff that you love like this.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Because these things do take time, and we love doing it. But we also, we have things that need to be sustainable. So, so just keep going with that. But hey, we are warriors. We go through it all. We put it all together, and love a good sea shanty. With the warrior. Can you please put a sea shanty at the end of this?
Yes, I got a link for the Portlandia episode. I got a link for my Cry Spotify playlist. And
yes, and Jen's favorite sea shanty. Jen's favorite I'll ask my dad. My dad will pick one out. Maybe I'll make him, you know what? I'll have my dad sing one.
Yes.
My dad's going to sing one. He's going to record it, and we're going to put it on the podcast.
Yes.
Now you have homework, Mark. There we go.
Divine Priestess
birthday
Mark.
Anyway. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Let's see. So you want to hear something really funny?
Yes.
Speaking of sea shanties.
Oh my God. God, I have to go.
Oh my God. So I was going through, woke up early this morning.
She's about to tell you the most manifester shit she pulled this morning.
Not really. This is a blooper. This is a total blooper. You're gonna laugh.
You told me you woke up super early, did something productive, and then fell back asleep until like 10.
Okay, can I tell you the two other things that happened in the midst of that?
Yes.
Well, the first one was I was actually really excited about. I was like feeling psyched about an accomplishment. So I woke up and I did some retail therapy for myself.
Yes.
Hopefully the boots come by Thursday. Second of all, I was like, it was like 4:00 in the morning and I was parched, right? So I went down to the kitchen, I made myself a cup of tea, and there was a bottle of water, like a Poland Spring bottle of water. And to be honest, this bottle of water has been sitting on my counter for a week or two.
Okay.
I wasn't sure if like Althea left it before she like went to back to school or something. Like it's not my normal Essentia bottle. It's like something else. So I'm like, but it's water nonetheless. It's 4:00 in the morning and I'm thirsty.
Oh God.
So I unscrew the bottle.
No.
I take a huge chug and I proceed to spit it out all over the kitchen, because it is not water. It is ocean water that I collected last time I was at Oak Island to bring home to do a ritual.
Oh my God.
Yep.
That's
bloopers.
Oh, that's the most you thing ever.
I mean, I wasn't like, it's just seawater. It's like, I mean, you drink it when you're swimming. I'm a freaking mermaid, but
it's hard being a spiritual warrior, guys. Like
exactly.
It's difficult, I'm sure the Vikings did this too.
They did. They did.
Yeah.
So it's probably whiskey though, not like whatever.
Guess. Yeah. Oh God. Honestly, you could have said the water bottle was filled with ocean water or vodka, and neither of them would have surprised me. Like
vodka drinker. At least say tequila.
Okay, fair enough. Fine. Yeah, but it's still
not that mezcal stuff. Blech.
Oh no, little gross. No. We're ladies.
So why don't we dive in a little bit? So we did our SunStone. Yay. We did some really cool things we're gonna put out there for you guys. Let's just wrap up a little bit with the Autumn Equinox. Let's talk about it a little bit, because it's not everybody that's out there, our tribe, we're here to educate you guys. Not everybody thinks about this stuff all the time.
Yeah.
So let's really just tell you guys, first and foremost, just honor this time of year in a big way.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful time of year, and it's a new beginnings of many, many sorts. So new moon's also coming up on Sunday. Great time to manifest things. If you need any advice or anything, please, reach out to us, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And here's a little bit about the Autumn Equinox.
Yay.
Okay. Oh, this is my favorite one. In Greek mythology, not mythology, really, September equinox marks the return of the goddess Persephone to the darkness of the underworld, where she is reunited with Hades, her husband.
Wow.
Yay, love stories.
I do love me a love story.
Okay, your turn.
Equinoxes signal the start of northern lights.
Oh, no way!
Yeah.
Have you seen the Northern Lights? Definitely on the bucket list.
I wish, but yeah. This is because the geomagnetic storms happen twice as frequently than the annual average during this time. Solar winds, or the particles of plasma, Earth's atmosphere. Anyway, the geomagnetic field results in the strongest geomagnetic storms, which result in the Northern Lights.
Nice.
Yes.
So yeah, don't be afraid of those sun spurts and stuff, people. We don't preach that here. Just think Northern Lights, Lights, moonlight, sunlight, all the sunlight, sun of light, even that comes up a lot too. This time of year, animals that come up, the owl, the stag, the salmon, were all reborn as the son of light.
Yes. I got another one. I've never heard of this shit before, but this is amazing. Apple magic practiced during the autumn equinox.
Yes.
Pagans celebrate autumn equinox with a harvest festival known as, I think it's called Mabon.
Yes, I was just looking at that too.
Which is a time for practicing apple magic. In apple magic, a person peels an apple, keeping it in one long piece, and drops it on the floor when it comes off. The letter formed is the first initial of the person's true lover's name.
That's happening!
That's so cool!
I love that! Yes, folks. Oh my God. All right. We're probably going to do a TikTok on that later.
Oh my God. I would love apple magic.
I love it. That's great. Cool. That just one-upped your pumpkin spice. Sorry, just kidding.
Yeah, it's true. It did.
Oh my God. Well, we love you guys.
Yes.
Happy autumn equinox. Celebrate. Do all the things for us. Everything we let below. And we hope to be back more regularly and on schedule. And follow us. All the things. MajesticHudson.com. All social media. And toodaloo.
Yeah. Have a pumpkin spice latte. That's my last one. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Sailing on my golden river, sun and water all my own. But I am never alone. Sun and water, oh life givers, I'll be there wherever you roam. But I am never alone. Place to raise my sons and daughters, place that they can call their home. But I was never alone. Sailing on my golden river, sighting on a distant star. But I am never alone. Sailing on my golden river, sun and water all my own. But I am never alone. Sun and water, oh life givers, I'll be there wherever you roam. But I am never alone. Place to raise my sons and daughters, place that they can call their home. But I am never alone. Sailing on my golden river, sighting on a distant star. But I am never alone. Sailing on my golden river, sun sun and war.